Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, Trading Secrets. This channel is for entertainment purposes only, and for those of you who do not know, my name is Ali. I have over 20 years experience teaching accounting, economics, business and law. So through this channel I'd like to bring you some stock analysis as well as a short 5-minute trading lesson at the end, so please stay tuned. So let's start by having a look at previous day's trading, which was a very difficult day of trading. Lots of stocks were tumbling down. There was general momentum was towards the red, and we can see the headline here that tech drags the Nasdaq 100 to a 3-week low. Oil did jump, so basically we can see from the headline here that there was a perception that tech stocks were overvalued, so this caused quite a significant fall for lots of tech stocks that did go down. In my opinion, I do think there will be a bounce back. We just need to be a little bit more patient. I'm confident that the economies will start to now recover in a strong way. In my opinion, the benefits of the vaccine have not yet been reflected into the markets. Once that happens, I'm confident of a much more bounce back. So the key advice now in terms of the stocks and the markets is be patient, hold your shares. If you believe in the companies that you have invested in, if they are risky penny stocks, then consider an exit strategy. But the key companies that you have invested in, that you have belief in, and you believe that they're going to go and maintain growth and strong and be successful in the long term, then the best advice would be to hold, because I do see a recovery coming fairly soon. So that's the positive news. Okay, so we do know that the tech stocks and the EV stocks did take a little bit of a battering. This did not exclude Tesla as well. So Tesla did take a significant hit. On the day, we saw that Tesla was down in excess of 8%. On the week, it's down in excess of 12%. And on the month, it's been down at just over 15%. So it was closed previous days trading just under $714. So I think one of the reasons why there was a knock-on effect on all the other EV stocks was the headline article here, where we can see that Tesla's cheapest Model Y is no longer available. So this was released yesterday. So Tesla has decided to remove the cheapest version of Model Y from its website weeks after launching the standard range and reducing the price of the entry Model Y by $2,000, making the new model more attainable for the average car buyer. So overall, this was not received well by the market in terms of the share price and momentum, and this did have a negative effect. So what we've got to look at now is how soon can these stocks recover. So that's the next stage. So we're going to move on to looking at other developments now. So a lot of the stocks did take a battering, as we just discussed yesterday. This did include stocks such as American Battery Metals. We also got Alpine, which was down. We know that NEO was down. We know Tesla was down. Lee was down, and Xpeng were down, and a lot of the fuel energy stocks were down. So hopefully that should not last too long. I do see an imminent recovery fairly soon. So hopefully positive news on that. So let's see which stocks did well in yesterday's trading. So there was a stock that I did a very deep dive due diligence video, if you refer back to that, and that was a stock called Citius Pharmaceuticals, ticker symbol CTXR. So this is a stock that I did invest in. Again, in a previous day trading yesterday, it closed at $2.25. So I entered this stock at $1.49. So yesterday, this one was one of the few shining lights, closing just over 9% up. However, at 2.25, however, it did almost come close to achieving $3, but there was some profit taking. So another stock that did well was Galaxy. So Galaxy has been one of the stocks that's been having a little bit of trouble with trading 212 in terms of problems with buying but not with selling. So this one did fairly well, closing just over 12% up at 0.0455 cents. At one point it did climb up to 5 cents, but then there was a little bit of a sell-off and recovery. So another stock that I did fairly well in, probably the one that I did the best in yesterday in terms of a return was ticker symbol IQST. So this is a stock called IQST, ticker symbol IQST. This one I invested at average price of $1.34. Yesterday it closed at $1.86 with a 29% increase on the day. So that was one of the few shining lights. So have a look at that. Put that one on your watch list. Ticker symbol IQST. So this stock is I've not done a detailed due diligence video on this, but it's a telecommunications service provider looking at a cloud-based services to tier 1, tier 2 carriers in the enterprise market as well as the retail market. So this is a company that's focusing on peer-to-peer, it's focusing on application to person, blockchain-based payments. So it certainly has a positive future. The market cap is quite low, 124 million. And on the week, it's gone up in excess of 134%. And the month it's gone up at 464%. So it is a penny stock. The momentum is good at the moment. However, when you do invest in this stock, please be prepared to use a stop loss, and also be careful in terms of your entry points on this. So for this one, IQSTEL, depending on the time of trading, so based on right now, so as it closed at $1.86, any entry point on this in terms of a strike price, good entry right now would be anything at $1.60 or below. However, that is subject to change. Okay, so I'm going to share another good recovery stock for you to put on your watch list, and that is ticker symbol RCL, Royal Caribbean. This closed previous day's trading at $86, which was just over 9% up. On the week, it's closed just in excess of 27% up. So the momentum is positive for this stock. So let's have a look at a headline news article for Royal Caribbean dated February the 22nd from investing.com. So we can see here that the headline is Royal Caribbean shares soar on bullish outlook for bookings. So I am quite confident that we're going to have a good summer this year in terms of holiday bookings, and the outcome for stocks such as Royal Caribbean is going to be much better. So they are seeing more future bookings. So the business is starting to gain momentum. The share price is now starting to move upwards. So it's a good time to invest in this stock. However, whenever you invest, you have to always try and time your entry point to the best possible price. So let's have a look at that. So right now it closed at $86.23. So I think that there will be a little bit of a pullback. So in terms of looking at this, however, there may not be a significant pullback because I think this momentum is going to be quite strong. But anything below $82 would be a good entry point for this based on time of filming. So again, this will be subject to change because the market does not stand still. But right now, as of the current close price of $86, if you monitor this and look for any entry point around about $82, this should be good. So the other stocks that I think are going to make a good recovery going forward are EasyJet and Ryanair. So those are two, and then plus any other airline stocks. So put them on your watch list going forward as well. Okay, so let's now look at the ongoing saga between the merger of CCIV and Lucid Motors. So as you will be aware, the merger was confirmed yesterday after close of trading, and we now have confirmation. So let's have a look at a news article here, which is Lucid Motors finally confirms the SPAC deal and the stock is plunging. So this is something that happened after hours. So the after hours trading did lead to a significant selling of the stock from the investors to cash in on their profits. The share price has tumbled. However, if you are holding CCIV stock, and obviously outside of the US, people are unable to trade, my advice right now is, if you believe in the company, and I certainly think they have a very positive outlook, that I do see a recovery on this stock. So my advice is not to panic sell, especially if you're going to sell in a loss. So right now, based on the company, having belief in this company, I do not recommend panic selling. So just hold with it. I do see a significant recovery and a bounce back for this stock because going forward, the plans are excellent, the investment is there, the future is bright, and I think this stock will make a very, very good recovery. So certainly hold on to your shares in terms of going forward. You can take profits if you are up, if you wish. However, long term, I am seeing a bounce back here. Okay, so now it's time for lesson of the day. So today's lesson of the day is continuing with trading tips. So first tip is especially for risky stocks and penny stocks that you are investing in, especially for the first time. So the advice here would be cut losses quickly, especially for risky penny stocks, as it says there. And the reason for this is sometimes due to extreme volatility, your stop loss may not work. So it could be a case that you have to manually sell the stock, because sometimes if you do not sell the stock, it could go down to 30, 40, 50%. And that's what happens with extreme penny stocks in terms of volatility. Second one is always have an exit strategy. An exit strategy does not have to be short term. An exit strategy can be long term. So you can have an exit strategy in terms of a guide price. So if you buy a stock for, let's say, $20, you could have an exit strategy to say, once this hits $50, I'm going to sell. Once this hits $40, I'm going to sell. So this could be long term, medium term, short term, but always consider having an exit strategy with your stocks in terms of planning them for the future. And then finally, try not to fall in love with any single investment, and always try to keep your emotions aside. So I have seen many investors and people have their emotions take over their strategies, and this has happened especially with stocks such as NEO. So NEO is a stock where people kind of just hold it blindly, and no matter what happens, they refuse to sell, which is fine. But sometimes I think it's not always the best advice. So, for example, I did have NEO. I sold it at 62. I've rebought at 56. I've sold again at 59, and then right now it's in a buy zone. So I may consider buying again because I think it could touch below 50. So try not to keep emotions controlling your strategy. Thank you very much for joining me today, and please join me again in the next video.